Well, hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Music Dane's home stuff. And if you're following my videos, you would know that I built this our roof over our terrace, and I have a couple of videos of that. And now, even further back, I told you about my grill, which is really not very fresh anymore. My old grill is suffering from all kinds of diseases, so I thought that maybe this was the time, if any, to purchase a new one. And so I went to my local Home Depot. It's the name of, it's not international, but it's called Jem Fix. um, and they got this grill here for about $250. And I decided to give it a try because it has exactly what I need. It has a pretty big surface of grilling, equally to my old grill, which I consider to be pretty big. It's 42 centimeters wide, and the length of the grill area is 65 centimeters, I remember, 62. So 2,400 square centimeters is pretty big area. And it has a side burner. It has the 3 normal burners inside the grill, and then it has a side burner which you can use for boiling potatoes or making sauce or something, accessories to your grilling. So it has all the things what I think is great, and it sounds great, and everybody's actually saying, okay, for the price it's fine, and blah, blah, blah. And if it's fine for the price, then you know what? Then it's good enough for me. A grill is a grill in my world. It makes fire, and you can burn something, or you can roast it, or you can. But that's it, basically, in my world. I'm sure the Neanderthals that didn't change their bonfire as much either. It's a fire, and then you cook. So when we got that out of the way, let's open the package and see what's inside. I figured out that I wanted to carry this box out of the shop myself without a wagon, a cart. That was a bad decision because I don't know what the weight is, but it was a long walk to the parking lot, and I really think it's about 40 kilos or something. I don't know, it don't say anywhere, but it was heavy enough carrying it, so let's hope the quality equals the weight. It's still heavy, doesn't matter what I do. So let's hope it's quality. We got the user manual. I'm gonna use this because there's a lot of parts in this. Flamingo. Looks like the plate to the front. More flamingo. Good for the environment. The grill plates. There are 2 of these. Oh. Flamingo. Again. Hold up. They pack it well. But that's a good thing. And what I like about this is that it comes with the regulator. The hose and the regulator for the gas. Usually this is something that you need to buy separately, but it's here. That's luxury, because I know that this costs about, what is it, $60 or something. So it's included. That's nice. Just wonder what kind of tools I need to all this. And the bread, the shelf for bread. What do we have here? I think we need to take the main things up now. This is the gas deflectors. They're free, one for each burner. So the gas fire comes up underneath, and so you don't get direct flames to your food. Front plate. It's the grease cup. You have it hanging underneath the grill, and this collects all the grease what drips off the food. It's my guess. Looks like it. Now to the more interesting things. 8 trillion screws and bolts and nuts and stuff, which thank God they put in separate containers. I have an idea that they are numbered with 33 E, D, C, H, V, and so for positions of the collecting of the parts. That's smart. We already established I'm no expert. I'm pure amateur. So an easy to understand manual is exactly what I need. That is no doubt the main thing. The regulator and the burners. 3 stocks. My guess is this is for the 4th. Dust. So let's see how it looks underneath. They say it had this piezo ignition, I think they say. And that's good. It never breaks, they say. Let's hope they're right. I need to build a bigger charge for all this stuff. Now some of these things that actually mean something. A thing like the thermometer, you know, it doesn't matter that it looks, I don't mind that it looks a little bit luxurious because it gives a better impression, right? And I think this looks great, and it's pretty heavy. So it feels like quality. Yeah, guys, so I think the right way to do this is to simply you take all the parts which each chapter requires and put on the table so you have it all. And only those parts that actually belongs to the first step of the assembly. And I did that. Found all tools what I think I need because they sent only this tiny thing, and I'm really not sure that is what I want to use. So yeah, I took my own. As you can see, first step is to put these things together. So that's what I'm going to do now and see if it works. Okay. Right. Since they didn't include the tools we need, I found something else. Yeah, and just to show you that, and I know it's got nothing to do with our grill, but seems to me our Altair works, our roof, because it's coming out. It's supposed to come out in the end. Pull up, sådan, and you know, which is even more important, it don't give in here. So I think we can safely say that that we succeeded, at least for now. Nice to be standing under this, and you just know that you can stand and collect and put your grill together. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry it will be without microphone. Like I said, it's Kaputski, or it just not charged. I thought it would charge when this sender, which sits in the phone, that it would charge. But it seems to me it doesn't. No, never mind. Yeah, guys, I fixed my microphone and I fixed the grill. It's totally put together now, fully ensembled. And yeah, let me see. No, it's still on. You know, you gotta check. It's stupid. I'm standing here and talking to myself and nobody hears. Yeah, but I put it all together. Everything works. I tested it. This side burner, amazing. I'll show you in a moment when I turn it on. The 3 burners in here, they work all, and all in all, actually, it really feels heavy and stable. It feels like quality. Or 200. What was it? Maximum 250, but $225 on this, and it's fully functional. All burners work and pretty stable. So if I was to be contacted by these guys, Grillexpert, you know, I need sponsorship then, because I can recommend this grill. Now I will show you. Oh my God, I'm just babbling, but you know what? Just you should see how it works now, because this is actually nice. It turns on when you ask for it. Now let's have a look at this first. Gas is on. Of course, the first thing you do after collecting and putting and sampling, what is the name? When you put a new grill together, of course, the first thing you do before you do anything else, turn on the gas and go a trip around and stick your head in everywhere you can and sniff if you can, if you sense any leaks of gas, because then that has to be fixed immediately before you even start. But I did that, and so it's actually just to turn this knot. That's working quite fine. And you can turn it down in volume, in power. And I wonder what happens if you go all the way down. Yeah, this is the lowest what you can do. So I guess this is the lowest what you can get for heat. And I tell you, it's still very warm, so you can keep something warm, or maybe even when you're done boiling the potatoes, keep them warm. But full power is this. So that works. Nice and easy. Then open this. And sorry for the Alzheimer's here, blow, but it's not easy. It's not self-stick, it's something else. So let's try. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but I think you can. It works. And the other one, see, it works. And the third one, hallelujah. So it works, all of them. And what can I say? When I have these burners on just for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, I can tell you that it's a matter of time. Then this will be very warm. We close, for example. We'll keep an eye on this. And then I'll show you what I talked about before. It has this small drip bowl here where all grease is coming down. So that's something you have to empty once in a while. And a nice storage room down here for all kinds of crap. But it's nice that it is with a space. But it's not nice that you should not put this bottle of gas underneath the grill. They recommend not to do that. So I have it there, external. It's a good idea. We don't want no accidents. But yeah, like you can see from behind, the usual stuff, ventilation, holes, everything. And a very, very easy and very, very convenient lid to open up. I can tell you, my previous grill, the old grill what I had, I have to say that you really had to have very long arms. I had to reach all the way over to the wall over there before I could let go of the lid, because it was stupid construction. You opened it up and then it's almost 120 degrees. And that is not the temperature I'm talking about, but the degree, the angle of the lid going back. So you really had to go almost behind the grill to take that lid and stop it over there somewhere. Completely ridiculous. This, however, it stops in a very convenient 80 or 90 degrees, as you can see. So it's easy for you to reach the handle, even if you're a smaller guy. I'm 185. I can easily reach it, but I'm sure that a person which is 170 can easily do it too. So I'm gonna let it stand there and get up in heat just for a little bit, and let's see what temperature we reach just within 5 minutes. Okay, and as far as I can tell, almost 5 minutes passed, and we are at 225 degrees. I'll also show this without this reflection. No, I guess you get the picture. 225 degrees. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but 5 minutes to reach this temperature, I think it's okay. Basically, so. And of course, if you leave it for 10 minutes, I'm sure you can bake pizzas in it. That's my big passion. I'm sure that about 10 minutes for full power, and you reach 300 degrees something. And that is exactly what you need for baking a pizza in a grill. So, with those words, I think I'll conclude this and say that I recommend this grill